legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana.
Hello, this is Stuart Richland from 420lawoffice.com and here on the YouTube channel. I've been a lawyer for 25 years here in Southern California, and it's my pleasure and honor to represent over 250 medical marijuana collectives, co-ops, and dispensaries. I've been focusing on this area for about 5 years, and I invite you to check out my website for more details. This particular segment, though, is about a certain strain of individuals in the medical marijuana community who are against Prop 19. They feel that Prop 19 does something to derogate or take away from medical marijuana's authenticity or legitimacy as a medicine, and I wanted to discuss that briefly tonight. I think that that's a legitimate perspective because the people who are involved in medical marijuana have been lobbying for the medical use thereof, and so they're taking a position that they don't want to see a dilution of the unique position of medical marijuana by social marijuana and any stigma related to abuse or social use. And I think that's respectable. However, I just don't think that there should be a stigma related to social use, and I think it is about time that we do something about it. Also, I've read the heck out of Prop 19, and there's nothing in there that's going to take away from medical marijuana patients' rights. Now, I think it's a bold experiment. I think that prohibition of cannabis has been a total failure. And in fact, today I was just reading through my version of The Emperor Wears No Clothes by Jack Herer. And he has the direct transcript of the one doctor who was called as a witness before Congress back in 1937 when they first made cannabis illegal. And the first thing he said was, well, I don't know about this marijuana. That's a mongrel word. That's a put-down word. What he was talking about was medical cannabis, and he complained about the short notice and the fact that most of the people who were in the medical world didn't realize that this so-called marijuana ban was going to affect hemp and medical cannabis. Although the politicians that were running the hearing really dragged down that doctor and just made it into a semantic argument and basically treated him like shit with no respect. And they wound up going ahead and passing the prohibition of cannabis in 37. And it's been a terrible mistake. And during the period of time before 37, the world didn't fall apart when people had legal access to cannabis going all the way back to the forefathers of this country. When you take a look at my website, 420lawoffice.com, you're going to see that I have a law comic book. And in there, I trace the history and the law of cannabis, including going back to the Bible. Most people don't realize that cannabis is mentioned by name in our Old Testament, and it's mentioned as part of a sacred oil of anointing. So as far as I'm concerned, religious and social use of cannabis will not create a large social cost, and certainly nothing like the social cost of the current prohibition scheme. Prohibition of cannabis causes a lot of the so-called police corruption. In fact, studies have shown that prohibition is responsible for a very large percentage of police corruption cases. So in order to stop a law on the books that has no place on there, a decent first step, in my opinion, is Prop 19. For those of you that are interested in how Prop 19 will work as a potential client of our firm, let me point out that we have a consultation that we've created here, and I offer it here in my office in Hollywood, where we can discuss what the post-Prop 19 world will be like and how you and your family and your business may participate in that world. All right. Well, it's a pleasure to talk to you again. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take good care.
Don't criticize